In an unprecedented move, the United States is sending a third aircraft carrier strike force to the Western Pacific region, in an apparent warning to North Korea to stop its ballistic missile and nuclear programs. The USS Nimitz will join the USS Carl Vinson and the USS Ronald Reagan in the Western Pacific. USS Nimitz was scheduled to be deployed to the Middle East, but now it has been rerouted to the Western Pacific. The USS Carl Vinson and the USS Ronald Reagan are already in the Sea of Japan. James Fanell, former Director of Intelligence and Information Operations for the U.S. Pacific Fleet told, "I served in the U.S. Navy from 1986 to 2015, and I do not remember a time that the U.S. has ever deployed 3 aircraft carrier strike groups to the Korean peninsula." It must be noted that each of these ships lead their own carrier strike group. Each of the 3 strike group has at least 1 cruiser, a destroyer squadron of at least 2 destroyers and/or frigates, as well as nuclear-powered submarine. Apart from that, multiple logistic ships and AWACS support them. In this video, Defense Updates looks at the 3 most important components of the strike group, namely the carrier itself, the destroyers, and the submarines, one by one, and analyzes how powerful the combined force of 3 carrier strike group is. Number 3. All the 3 ships are of Nimitz Class. The Nimitz Class supercarriers are a class of 10 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers in service with the United States Navy. The lead ship of the class is named for World War II United States Pacific Fleet Commander Fleet Admiral Chester W. Nimitz. Nimitz-class aircraft carriers were designed to be improvements on previous U.S. aircraft carriers, in particular the Enterprise and Forrestal class. Nimitz was commissioned on May 3, 1975, Carl Vinson on March 13, 1982 and Ronald Reagan on 12 July 2003. Nimitz-class ships each cost around $4.5 billion and have been the symbol of U.S. power. They have been used to project power far off from U.S. mainland. All 10 Nimitz-class aircraft carriers were constructed between 1968 and 2006 at Newport News Shipbuilding Company, Virginia, in the largest dry dock in the Western Hemisphere. These are some of the largest vessels constructed. All the 3 ships have a displacement of around 100,000 tons, and overall length of 332.8 meters. To give viewers a perspective, it is about 3 football fields long. Each of this ship is powered by 2 A4W nuclear reactors, kept in separate compartments. These power 4 propeller shafts and can produce a maximum speed of over 30 knots or 56 kilometers per hour. As a result of the use of nuclear power, the ships are capable of operating continuously for over 20 years without refueling, and are predicted to have a service life of over 50 years. Practically they have unlimited range. All of these 3 supercarriers have a flight group of more than 60 aircraft, including F-18 jet fighters. These are twin-engine, supersonic, all-weather carrier-capable 4th-generation multi-role fighter aircrafts. They have a payload of 7,700 kilograms, and can carry ground attack weapons as well as air-to-air missiles. Nimitz class possesses multitude of different radars including electronically scanned array 3D radars. It is equipped with 16 to 24 RIM-7 Sea Sparrow or NATO Sea Sparrow missiles. RIM-7 Sea Sparrow is a U.S. shipborne short-range anti-aircraft and anti-missile weapon system, primarily intended for defense against anti-ship missiles. Close-in weapon duties are performed by Phalanx, and RIM-116 rolling airframe missile. Number 2. The destroyer component of the carrier strike group generally contains 1 or 2 Arleigh Burke class guided missile destroyers. The class is named for Admiral Arleigh Burke, the most famous American destroyer officer of World War II, and later Chief of Naval Operations. U.S. Navy has 68 of these, each costing around $1.843 billion. Arleigh Burke-class warships are designed as multi-mission destroyers capable of anti-aircraft warfare, anti-submarine warfare, ballistic missile defense and anti-surface warfare. These can operate in open sea or coastal waters. Arleigh Burke class destroyers are among the largest destroyers in the world. They have an overall length of about 505 to 509 feet, and displacement of about 9,200 tons. They have a speed of 30+ knots and range of 4,400 nautical miles. The Arleigh Burke class of guided missile destroyers is the United States Navy's first class of destroyer built around the Aegis combat system. The Aegis ballistic missile defense system is a U.S. Department of Defense Missile Defense Agency program developed to provide defense against short to intermediate range ballistic missiles. Aegis BMD is designed to intercept ballistic missiles post-boost phase and prior to re-entry. It enables Arleigh Burke destroyers to shoot down enemy ballistic missiles by expanding the Aegis combat system with the addition of the SPY-1 radar and standard missile technologies. SM-3 missile having range of 2,500 kilometers and speed of Mach 10.2 is expected to be particularly effective. Arleigh Burke class destroyers are one of the most heavily armed destroyers in the world and are designed to be a multi-weapons platform. They have 96-cell Mk-41 VLS, which can be configured with a combination of different weapons, based on mission. Here are some important ones. 1. Tomahawk cruise missile for land attack. 2. RIM-66M standard medium-range SAM for air defense. 3. RIM-161 standard ballistic missile for Aegis ballistic missile defense. It also has 2 Mk-141 Harpoon missile launcher for anti-ship roll. 2 Mark 32 triple torpedo tubes are present for launching Mk-46 or Mk-50 torpedoes. 2 MH-60R Seahawks helicopters are also present for anti-submarine warfare. Other than these, they are equipped with long-range naval gun, and multiple close-in weapon system. Number 1. The Virginia class, also known as the SSN 774 class, is a class of nuclear-powered fast-attack submarines in service with the United States Navy. The submarines are designed for a broad spectrum of open ocean and littoral missions. U.S. Navy has 13 of these and also building another 6. These cost around $1.8 billion each. These have length of 377 feet and displacement of around 7,900 metric tons. Being nuclear-powered, these can stay underneath the ocean surface for an unlimited amount of time, constrained by only food supply and maintenance requirements. Powered by 30 megawatts, S9G reactor, these submarines can reach speed of 25 knots and can move down to depths of 800 feet. Virginia class is designed to take out enemy surface vessel, submarines, as well as it can strike ground targets. With 12 VLS and 4 torpedo tubes, it is capable of launching UGM-109 tactical Tomahawks, Harpoon missile and Mark 48 torpedoes. The Tomahawk is a long-range, all-weather, subsonic missile that is used for land attacks. At 5.56 meters long without a booster, traveling at 880 kilometers per hour, it is capable of delivering more than 450 kilograms of conventional explosives. Harpoon missile having speed of 537 miles per hour, and range of around 120 kilometers plays the role of anti-ship missile. Mark 48 torpedoes have effective firing range of 38 kilometers, and have a 650 pounds warhead. A single hit from this torpedo can be deadly for any ship or submarine. The combined force of 3 carrier strike group will have around 200 F-18 strike aircrafts. The MiG-29 is the KPAF's most modern fighter and North Korea operates approximately 40 of these. F-18 aircrafts equipped with modern air-to-air missile and coupled with U.S. fighter pilots' better training and strategy will be able to take out the North Korean Air Force in a few hours. North Korea has no destroyers and has very few frigates and corvettes. The vessels are no match for the Arleigh Burke class destroyers. The North Korean military is in possession of a fleet of about 70 submarines, comprised of approximately 20 Romeo-class submarines, 40 Sango-class submarines and 10 Yono-class submarines. These submarines, being small and fairly silent, have the potential to sneak in close to U.S. carrier strike group. But given the carrier strike group will have cover from P-8 Poseidon anti-submarine aircraft, apart from its own submarine and anti-submarine warfare-capable Arleigh Burke class, chances of North Korean vessels causing major damage is unlikely. In simple terms, the three-carrier strike group is expected to decimate the North Korean forces in few days.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting. Kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.